Alright, how's it going, everybody? Let me turn this off in the background. How you guys doing? So tonight's stream is going to be like super quick. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to be working on today with you guys. And yeah, I apologize. There's not going to be much streaming this week. There'll be some recordings coming out. So if you haven't been able to participate in some of the old stuff, that stuff will be coming out. But the reason why is I just decided to, and it might actually go into 2 weeks. I'm not too sure. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can still stream because I enjoy it. It keeps me working and stuff like that, and I get to talk to you guys and you girls as well, or you ladies, I should say. And it's fun, and it's always fun. But the reason why is I just decided to, as much as I've been documenting Jessup King stuff, the next little bit of pages is Jessup fighting and doing that stuff, and I wanted to keep some of it just a little bit. I guess it's a secret in a way, but like you guys will see it when it goes live, you know. And then after that, then we'll get back into the routine because it'll be done, and it's only a few amount of pages and stuff like that. But some stuff I do like to keep a little bit, you know, close to the chest, close to my chest, especially for Patreon supporters and stuff like that. Anyway, so what we're going to do today, this I thought we could totally stream, is another Patreon backer reward. I forget this guy's name. It's Andrei something. He's a UFC fighter. I don't really know these guys, but I really enjoy drawing them. Actually, you know what? I'll share this with you guys here. I guess the process. I know you guys always dig that. I like sharing it with you guys there. So it's actually a whole mess. So let me just turn a whole bunch of layers off, and we'll just kind of go through this one by one here, okay? So whoops. So how we normally start with this stuff is silhouettes, and sometimes I don't just go silhouette. Sometimes I will do this sort of thing, right? Where this is I would consider a little bit more traditional, you know, scribbly kind of drawings and stuff like that. So I started with this, and I wasn't really feeling it, and then I started just trying to figure out a little bit more, I don't know, some impact or something. So this shape felt really good, and then I kind of put his arms up like this, you know, kind of like he's fighting. I do think I changed, maybe I didn't change this arm here. I don't know, we'll see how we go. And then I knew I wanted to put like some sort of like starburst in the background or something, just to show, you know, that he could be in a fighting ring or something like that. And then this layer here is just a quick, you know, a breakdown of the breakdown or the silhouette that we had. So now you can kind of, hopefully your eye can start to see what I was seeing just here. Okay. Then you know, put a little white piece of paper down or whatever. These are just, those don't matter. So here I was actually using a pencil just to sort of get a little bit more loose, I suppose, at the lines, just to feel some of this stuff out. Kind of constructed the face a bit. And then, you know, I added the red on there just for some costume stuff. And just sort of figuring out some of this area here, like especially in his neck, was a little odd. And then we just another layer of transparency or whatever. Let me just kind of see here. Yeah. All right. So yeah, then we get all our line art. Let me just get all the line art going. Turn that on too. And I think that's it. Yeah. So we have that, and what we're gonna be doing is here. This is where it finally went right there. So that's the process. You guys have seen it a bajillion times. And now we get into the fun stuff. So what we're doing today is inking this, which doesn't take very long, and then I figured just to make the stream just a little bit more girthy, I guess, I'll go ahead and I'll finish it up with the shading that we put on there as well. So this stream probably about a half hour, maybe 45 minutes, we'll see. Okay, so my line art layer, just to show you guys as well. Actually, I should probably go here. Transfer brightness opacity. Yeah, okay, and I'll turn off my background stuff. So I've been, even though this is digital, and this most likely won't see print, I've been converting the line art lately to bitmap. So you can kind of see it looks like, if we zoom in, it's just black and white, there's no gray. Now my inking, I'm still inking with raster art, but at the end I add a bitmap to that as well. Alright. And my brother, he actually was showing me a video of this guy, because like I said when I started streaming here like that, I have no idea who these characters are, but these people, but I really like drawing them. They're fun. And he sent me this video, and he just kept getting his ass kicked. So I don't know if it was like a troll reply that he sent me or what, but I just thought it was funny. You know, because usually people have, you know, if you're a fan of somebody, generally there's a reason why you're a fan. Not that they always win, but it's just funny seeing that that was the video that he sent me. He's just getting just destroyed. Hey Trey, how's it going, man? How you doing? Now his beard, it's pretty much black, so I think I'm just gonna close this off, and we'll just fill it in. We'll just kind of see how this looks. A lot of this facial hair stuff I have to kind of piecemeal together. We'll see how it looks here. So all these little lip details I put in there, I just want to get rid of them. Let's put some white in there just a little bit, just to break it up a bit. Hey Komami, how's it going? I want to ask a question. When I saw one of your video last week, I want to put it in a... Okay, sure, yeah, absolutely. Oh, and, oh, and then you forgot about the question. Oh, I was getting all hyped. I was like, okay, here we go. Just forward going, if you do have a question about anything, feel free to ask in a comment. I do my best to reply to everybody, so don't feel like I'll overlook it. Like, I get notified when people leave comments, and I make it an effort. Like, I don't have a large enough audience to sort of like forget to reply. You know, I might get like anywhere from 1 to maybe 15 comments a video, so it's pretty rare that I would miss a comment or a question if you had one. So if it comes back to you. But anyway, welcome. Let me do this actually. I'll bring this while I'm streaming for you guys so you can see it. I'll zoom out a little bit. There we go. Let me just make sure it works. There you go. Clean some of this up. Just looking a little weird. So these gloves are, I think it's like a leather or plastic. It can't be leather. It's probably like some sort of Kevlar or something, maybe. I don't know. You guys know what fighters' gloves are made of? Either way, it's a shiny material, so I don't normally do this. Kind of stopped doing this, but might be a little bit appropriate. We'll see how this looks. No. It's funny, even my taste for this stuff is kind of gone. I'd rather just let the shading do the talking. It just looks better in my opinion. Maybe we could still add just a little bit of maybe rendering or something instead. Just to help push that volume. Yeah, something like that. Actually, I think, let's try this out. Yeah, it looks better. Kind of looked weird. It looked like his thumb was broken. I felt like it had like too many extra lines on it or something. I don't know. Something about it was off. Wow, good for you, man. Glad it's working out. Okay, I think, like I said, it's not going to take too long to do this one up. We're going to add our shading in a second here. I'm just going to add a couple more of these, like, I don't know what lines these are. They're just kind of like the way they look. It's like these straight, like a thick line, straight to, or thick little point to a thin line to a thick little point again. Maybe I was thinking of putting like sweat and stuff, but I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so I don't like that one. Okay, let's save it up. I'm going to put the inks monochrome as well, just tighten it all up, and we'll merge these layers together. And let's just convert brightness to opacity again one more time. And we'll save this as color, or gray, I should say. Sorry. So I do have like this background in here as well that I put in. I think what we'll do first is, here, I'm just going to move this down here so I can kind of see what the hell we're doing. I'm going to grab white. Let's fill this up here. Actually, let's just pick like a red or something, just so I could see it. I'll take it out of everything here. Whoa, all layers. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around. I can't see my UI altogether here. Okay, we got that. We got that. Cool. All right, so that is going to end up being white. Or no, it's not. Sorry. What am I? Oh, right. I'm trying to make him a selection. Got it. All right, so let's try this. So we're gonna. We'll do that. That way we can select everything. I'm really doing this the backwards way because the knockout layer I already have done. Oops, we can keep that going. But I kind of erased it to keep going here. 1 second. All right, let's fill it in. Let's fill it in. All right, so I'm going to select this, and then we're going to invert it. Which one's invert? Invert. And then we will. Should be good. So if I make a new layer, and again, I'm just trying to put this together here. You guys will see it in a second how this is going to go, how this will work. All right, so now we have his own selection. We can delete that. We've got our background if we need that. Put all this in there. So what I wanted to do is if we turn this off, see, so the green, it basically makes it so that he You know, it was like this, but now since we have that knockout layer on him, you don't see the color in the background. So I can switch this back to white. Cool. And let's grab the Professor Xavier we did for him. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just sort of picking the same gray colors as well. Hey Lynn, how's it going? Would you happen to have any advice on how to make a talking head scene look more interesting and less stale in comics? What I was always taught and what I've tried to do is if you have a bunch of talking heads, it is actually important because it's the narrative and it's the story, right? So do your best to draw acting is the first thing, meaning use eyes, lips, expression, hands, if you can sneak a hand in there, like a shrugged shoulder. Those first and foremost, in my opinion, they'll help the most, simply because it's if all you have is talking heads, that's the only thing you can animate. So push your artistic ability to break out of your comfort zone to start including or try to get good emotion. The second one, and this is probably the last one, is try to change your angles. Or actually, there's another one. We'll incorporate this one too. So change your angles. Like even though it's talking heads in a room, you might be able to. And again, this depends on the layout you have. If it's like 9 to 12 panels of people talking, you don't have this luxury. But if it's 6 panels of people talking, you can definitely change the angle to make it more visually interesting to look at 2 people talking. The third thing is use props. Okay, so you don't always have to draw heads talking. You can show your first panel, right, is, let's say it's 2 people talking over dinner. Your outside shot is looking at the building with 2 silhouettes behind a window. And then the next panel is that silhouette, those people, and you can see where they're talking. The next panel could be a hand grabbing a knife. The next panel could be somebody eating something. You know, like use props as well, and I think that stuff will help. Plus, it also helps with storytelling. So, like the things I was saying, what it felt like to me while I was saying, if somebody grabs a knife, okay, knife is a danger. It's like a weapon, right? So there's some things here, and the next thing we're seeing is somebody chewing food. That's also like a primitive primal thing, right? So that it's different as opposed to if that panel was, instead of grabbing a knife, it was 2 people holding hands on the table, and then the next panel was somebody sipping wine or eating a piece of cake or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So play with those things, and those things should help you out if you can. If you can only do heads, again, expression is king. And try to go do something different with that. That's really the only thing you have, if that's all you can do. Kareem, how's it going, buddy? Is adding, you should get some great Capullo comics and study. Yeah, obviously check those people out. And definitely, yeah, I would even say there's like the Ultimates run with Bendis, I think in around the 2000s. Maybe not 2002 to 2006. He was known for having a lot of, I don't even know if he's still the same, I'd imagine so. I haven't read any Bendis stuff in a while, but he would write a lot of talking heads. Alright, so we've got that. Now I just need this gray color. And we're going to put it up here. And it'll merge with that layer. Okay, so now we just do the stuff that I normally do here. Where we just start blocking out stuff. So I want to go maybe a little bit more. I know the light's coming up above us, so I want to put like more of a heavy spotlight. So like really sink in these eyes. Nasty thunderstorm out here. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I hope it works out for you. So he looks like a vampire. I didn't even know this, but I was looking at some reference to, you know, obviously try to figure out what this guy looks like. And I kept noticing he had like these, I don't know what the hell he was wearing, and I know it's a mouth guard, and the more I was looking, I was like, oh, jeez. Okay, so he's kind of got like vampire teeth or something for a mouth guard. I was like, alright. Even though this actually looks nothing like the dude, I'm not very good at drawing like, you know, somebody was like, okay, in this comic, President Trump walks through. I'm like, there's like some stuff I could probably do, but I'm not good. The colorist would definitely be doing a lot of heavy lifting there. Alright, obviously we're going to put the big bulbous anatomy on there, because that's the best. Really got some funky anatomy going on here. Like, I'm adding things like I don't even, it almost looks like a 3D, like I don't know what is going on in here. I know where the shoulder, you know what, I can't. In good conscience, I can't just let this, we need to really show where each one of these muscles is finishing here. At least that right there, closing these gaps, I hope anyway, just shows that, okay, that's a shoulder. That's where the shoulder ends, and that's where it connects. It's getting a little too loose. Okay, I gotta close this. I need more. I need to see the room we're working with here. Oh, nice. What size you thinking of getting, or what model I should say? 22. Nice. I hear really good things about that one. So you'll have to let us know how you like it. Okay, so this is pretty much done. We just gotta blend some of this together. So let's also fix the background. Whoops. Why oh, because yeah, shit. Oh, maybe we just have to lower the transparency a bit. Yeah, it works. Okay, so let's duplicate. Whoops. Let's duplicate that so we can always go back to it. And then we're going to do our watercolor here. Just smooth some of these edges. I think that's it. I want to try actually doing one other thing here. Layer. Levels. Yeah. Gradient maps are always fun, right? I actually really like that. Kind of makes it a little, you know, pulpy, I guess. Maybe the red, because if he's fighting, it would probably make more sense. I don't know. Maybe I'll just keep it with this, just because I feel like I could just keep fiddling with it. Okay, so I think she's done. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Nah, it should be fine. One thing I'll show you guys is something I'm trying to or considering noodling with, and I've shared it with you guys while we were doing JESOP King stuff. Is this right here, where it's like an udon way of rendering with your shading instead of like always blurring. There's a lot of, I guess, Japanese artists I've seen do this sort of thing too. You see it in a lot of like Street Fighter artwork. It's kind of cool. It's a really like illustrative look. That's going the wrong way. I don't know if it's Anyway, the reason I bring it up is because I was considering rendering JESOP like this too at one point. But it's cool. It's very stylized, but I feel like once you go this way, it's really hard to. I don't know if you can get back out. You know, like once you remove it, you can definitely tell. Like it's got a real, I don't know. It's got power. It's I don't know if it's powerful is what I'm looking for, but it's definitely got something like some spunk to it or something. I'm just gonna do one other thing here, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here because I know I'm noodling. Yeah, this is Clip Studio, bud. We're gonna grab like a light shade of gray, and just want to see because this adds a lot of time. It can add a lot of time anyway. Just some bounce light. And this is definitely one of those things, you start adding this, you have to add it in everything. If you don't, it just looks really weird that you just kind of have it in one spot. Just trying it out. I don't think I'm going to keep it. It automatically, well, maybe it doesn't automatically, but it definitely makes things look better. But this is supposed to be, you know, kind of simple looking stuff. You see, like, just by turning that on and off. Oops. Right, like it just gives stuff more volume. Anyway, I'm going to stop because this is just going to get out of hand. Anyway, so that's it. Oh, thanks, man. Yep, this was all done in Clip Studio here. I'll show one more time before we take off the process for everybody that showed up a little bit later here. Close this Professor X up. So how this looked initially. Oh, I guess I closed it. All right, let's go to. Hey, Jessup, what's up? You're staring me down, man. You're freaking me out. Alright, so when we started, it was like a scribbly kind of thing. You know, a lot of people, they like to start with gestures, some with a character. Sometimes I bounce between this and silhouettes. I really wasn't feeling this. One of the problems I came up with, especially with these because they're just bust sketches, is it's the bust, right? So that only includes a few things. You can't get as, I'm not saying you can't get as dynamic as showing a full body, but when it's a bust sketch, you've only got so much room, okay? And for me, this wasn't cutting it because I was trying to figure out where the head was and going into other crap. So I just went right into the silhouette, try to find like a shape. And this one, to me, I could change this into like any kind of perspective that I sort of wanted to put on top of that. And it felt a little bit more powerful. It felt like there's a little bit of style coming in, you know? And then we just tossed in some arms. Let me turn this back off so you guys can see how I was working. And then just quickly grabbed white and black and did like a super quick sketch to break down the silhouette, just to sort of figure out what's going to go in there. Grabbed the pencil, just went real quick with it. Broke those down even more and put some stylized anatomy on there. And then from there, we went ahead and did our tight line art. Just turn all these layers on. And that was it. And then from there, we inked it up, which we did today. Let's just go to the inks. We just toss some inks on there. There you go. So you guys can see a little bit better. Right. And then we tossed our gray. That was it, man. That is it. So anyway, I want to say thanks, guys. I know this is a super quick stream, and I apologize that there's not much streams going on this week and possibly next week. The JESOP King pages that I'm working on right now, they're top secret. Okay. All right. So I'll be back streaming shortly or whatever. Regardless, this upcoming week I will be uploading old and past streams. So if you guys missed it, it'll be new stuff for you guys to check out if you're interested in that anyway. Okay. So anyway, thanks so much for your time, you guys. Whatever you're doing tonight, I wish you the best. And like usual, keep reading comics, keep making comics, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.